This box on wheels is all I've got. I'll escape the system, I don't need a lot. I don't mean to sound hollow, but on the net, will you follow? And when I look across the desert sky, there's so many reasons why these desert streams become my home. Sometimes I still feel alone. So won't you please
Tonight's cloudy periods, low 16. Tuesday, cloudy, 30% chance of showers, high.
And if you could, please hit subscribe. Your thoughtful words help me survive.
Last night I discovered Sierra Ferrell, and she's doing a cover of another person's song, and her band are knocking it out of the park. I almost lost my mind when I heard it, and that don't happen often, I'll tell you. In fact, it rarely happens these days. But I heard that and I was like, wow, and I played that over and over and over and over while sitting here by the ocean and storming out. But wow, what an inspiring performance. And then I looked at some of her stuff, and I think everything is going to pale compared to the power of that live performance. Albums just never seem to, rarely do they have the power of somebody who can do that good a job live, because the album's going to get toned down by the producer and the way things are recorded and everything. But holy moly, just absolutely inspiring. I know I will write something based on the inspiration and the lyric set that she's working with. Like I say, that's a cover of another guy's song, and the lyrics are smart and like just an amazing set of lyrics, and they brought that to life. That is the happiest thing that's going to happen to me today. Just absolutely amazing. Anyway, sitting here in northern New Brunswick, along the water. We had a couple days of heat, and now it's a couple days of not so much. And I have to get back to Halifax. I have stuff to do, doctor's appointments and whatnot. And but just man, I just can't believe how inspiring that performance is. And there's a guitar down in Moncton. I try not to look at these things, but when I seen this, I was like, I've never seen one of those before, and it's a Samick, and it's one of these small body acoustics, sort of like the Yamaha APX, I believe the Yamaha's line is called, but it has like the Fender Strat style guitar head on it, like sort of like my Silvertone Strat. All the tuners are on the top. It's got kind of a neat look, and I'm just like intrigued, and I'm thinking about going down and looking at it. And it's got onboard like a pickup system in it, and my research said they came out in the mid 90s, and I'm just intrigued by it. I might go down into Moncton for that purpose. Still thinking about it. So I actually did drive down to the downtown. And once I seen where the shop was, I was just a tad worried. But we moved quick and smart. But the guitar, joked around with the guys in there, and I mean they were coming way down on the price, and at any price the guitar was too hacked up for me to, I don't need that guitar at any price, really. It was just a whole lot of work and then you hoped that it would, come true. But I mean, yeah, there was just the cool thing that he had, and I told him after I decided that I wasn't going to buy it, is he had an old, a probably fake alligator skin style case for it. And I looked at it, and she was in a little too rough shape that I would bother. But I told them that should be in your ad. People will be more interested in this case than they are in that guitar. Old brown, fake alligator style hard shell case. It was kind of neat. And it was in a little bit better shape. I would have bought it. But I said, no, put this in your ad. This will be attractive to some people. So I guess I'm going to head back out of town now. Try and decide if I should splurge and get a McDouble. And maybe go to the gym, get a shower, and then maybe think about heading towards Nova Scotia. And the sky is starting to break up. I'm seeing patches of blue for the first time in a couple days, so that's pretty cool. Alright. Well, stayed at this Walmart 2 nights over the last little while, and so I guess I better go in, and they got a McDonald's in there, so I'll go in and spend my McDonald's money in there. Some interesting rigs over at the Walmart. Just as I was shutting the camera off, a guy jumped out of his truck. His cool old van, man, that's a car, I like it. What year is it, man? And I was like, oh, good. Friendly people. I like friendly people. And so anyway, I went into Walmart and I had a McDouble, and I had a coffee, then I had another McDouble, then I had fries. But before I destroyed myself with that, the Walmart here seems to have a lot of products we don't have, and everything seemed much cheaper, way cheaper. And I was like, I gotta buy stuff, like stuff that's like it just seemed like a big price difference. And so I bought stuff that I didn't intend on buying, but it's all stuff that I use. Canned fish, canned tuna, juice packs. It all seemed quite a bit cheaper here. And it said rollback on a lot of things, and I don't know if that's like an everyday pricing label or if it's different. But anyway, picked up a bunch of food. None of it needs to be refrigerated. I don't think I bought any fresh vegetables because I still have mandarins, and I still have, JJ gave me a couple of bananas. So I got some fruit. I just ate a bunch of broccoli and celery, and I still have celery left in the fridge. Anyway, people love the van. I'm full. Got some groceries. And now I'm gonna head to the gym. And I just cannot stop thinking about that Sierra Ferrell cover of Years by John Anderson. I am just consumed with it. It is in my brain big time, and it is awesome. And there's a lot of people looking at me, so that's weird, because I'm weird because I'm holding a stick with a camera on it. But I can't stop talking about that or thinking about that song. It's just in my head. I just want to write country songs. It's so inspiring. Well, it's a beautiful night here in Moncton. Just did some exercises, got my shower. I was thinking about hitting the road to go back to Halifax, but I think I might just go down to the Walmart and with all the RVs and sleep, and then hit the road fresh in the morning. Stop in Sackville at the McDonald's for a coffee, and probably be back to Halifax in a pretty respectable hour. It's only like 3 hours or so. 3.5, I don't know. Depending on how long I stay or stop in Amherst, how long I stay there. If I stop there. Because I like that spot. But anyway, that's it for tonight. Walmart. All kinds of rigs up here tonight. But it's so nice here. It's clean, and it's summer. The air is clean here in New Brunswick, and something about New Brunswick. I wouldn't be surprised if someday I wind up here. Both to escape all the chaos and because it's more country. Like everything is more country here. You can feel it everywhere you go. And I like it. And that's that. Well, had a pretty good sleep here last night at Hotel Walmart, and then I went in. Actually, before I went in there, I was checking out. I'm still just absolutely. My brain is actually going mushy from that Sierra Ferrell or Ferrell cover years, and man, it's funny what discovering a new great performance or song will do to my brain. I'm just like on fire, but now it's to the point where it just won't stop, and it's like, oh, okay, I gotta listen to something else or something this afternoon just so I don't go crazy. But anyway, so I was listening to the original, and fantastic writing, but that delivery of that song would never have caught my attention. It was the live version that Sierra did, and yeah, just wow. But anyway, so I checked out a few things online, and I immediately realized, hey, you know what? Something that I had to sell leading up to all, you know, the fall of whatever. One of the guitars that I had would have been super awesome to have. It was a Simon and Patrick bourbon burnt parlor guitar, and I think, oh, that's what I need, because I am not picking up my guitar enough because it's too tight in here for a full-size guitar. So the parlor really should help that. Now, I had a Yamaha, but I was not happy with it, and I sold it. Just the string tension, and it didn't seem to be in key, like the intonation must have been off or something. And in acoustics, I have very limited abilities and knowledge of adjusting intonation in acoustics. Electrics, I can do that, but acoustics, different world. Anyway, so I remembered I had that guitar and how much I love that guitar, and even when that guy came to buy it, he could see how hesitant I was to sell that guitar, and because it was just a great guitar. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to reach out to him. So I found in my archives this guy that I had sold it to, and then it allowed me to go right to his profile, and I realized, oh, it looks like he's moved like a couple provinces away. So I messaged him. I said, hey man, you know, I'm just trying to get my life together a little bit here, and I just wondering if you still have that guitar, but it looks like you might have moved. And he said, yeah, sorry man, moved away into Ontario. And he says, I understand why you miss it, because it's a great little guitar. And Simon and Patrick just make great guitars. Even their parlor stuff is great. So now I'm on the hunt. And then the other guitar that's kind of intriguing to me, and you know, if I was watching this, I'd say, hey, you got money for a guitar? And the reality is, if you plan on trying to make music that's going to become income, you've got to be playing and writing all the time. It's a job. And to not have the right instruments at your disposal so that you can do that, you know, regularly without too much discomfort, you have to have the instrument. And so I decided, okay, got to get a parlor. The other one that's intriguing to me, and a friend of mine has one, and I played it a long time ago, but I don't remember really what I thought about it. I remember I held it for a while, so that must have meant I was kind of intrigued with it. It's a Guild Rancher Penguin, and his is white with gold trim. It's a pretty unique looking instrument. And so last night and today I've been on the search for that parlor guitar, and they are hard to come by. Either one of those I would entertain. And so anyway, I'm not far from the Long McQuaid. So I went into Walmart, and I stayed here tonight, so I had some mental obligation to buy something. So I went in and I bought a couple big things at Starbucks, $16. So things are definitely cheaper here in Moncton as opposed to Halifax. Absolutely. We would have to go on sale to meet what seems to be the regular price here at the Moncton, the Walmart in Moncton. And so I bought 2 of those, and I looked at their cargo shorts because I realized I got to get myself a decent set of cargo shorts. These are toast; they look horrible. I don't like to be presenting that way. And so there is a Marks, and I might check them before I go out of town. I got to get a decent set of shorts to look presentable. It's summer, and so. So first I'm going to go over to Long McQuaid and just make sure that there's nothing here in Moncton while I'm here. Nothing worse than getting home and find out that they had something was just in stock and wasn't put in the computer yet, and it's exactly what you're looking for, but now it's back in Moncton and you're in Halifax. Nothing worse. So we're going to go over to that one. There won't be anything there, but we'll give her a shot. And that's that. And maybe Marks, and then probably hit the road. Head back to Halifax probably. But yeah, I really like New Brunswick. I always did when I did photo work for capital investment companies, and half of it was aerial work and half of it was from the ground, and so you got to see it from the air and from the ground, and I never seen anything I didn't like about New Brunswick. All up from Moncton into St. John, Fredericton. Yeah, it's a beautiful province. Okay, let's get rolling. Right on. So I went into Long McQuaid, and of course there's nothing really that I'm specifically looking for, the Simon and Patrick or the Gretsch. It's not a Guild, it's a Gretsch. Yeah, those are hard to find. They did have one little guitar that was intriguing to me, and I'm not a big Epiphone fan, but this was an Epi Little Tex or Little Texan or something, and it has the tone a little closer to a mandolin, but it was solidly built, and it's in the lower price range, and it has a pickup in it, and I'm intrigued by it. Of course, then the next option is the Taylor, which is almost twice the money. Well, it would be twice the money by the time you put a pickup in it. And of course it sounds beautiful, but it's a lot more money. And what I found, because I've had Taylors before, and compared with my Seagulls, the Taylor will shift and move. The higher end guitars, the way they're built, with heat and humidity, if you're playing the sunshine or whatever, they shift a lot more, and therefore they go out of tune a lot more, as opposed to the less expensive guitars that if you find one that you like the tone of or the feel of, they tend to shift less in the elements, and when you're living in a van, you've got a lot of elements to deal with. So anyway, yeah, so that little Texan thing was intriguing, and they do have them in Halifax. There's a few of them in Halifax, so I'm thinking I'm gonna try one of those out when I get home, and hopefully there'll be a an impact case available for it. And that is that. Now I'm going to go into Mark's. I rarely go to Mark's, but I'm going to go into Mark's because I just want to see, because things are more country here, if they have like cargo shorts like I used to buy. These ones actually had the zip-off legs. I thought these were the greatest things in the world. Back when I could afford to go on a southern vacation, you'd get on the plane in the winter, and you'd get off the plane in the tropics, and you could just zip the legs off them, and they were awesome. Or even down to Atlanta, if you were going down to Atlanta in the winter time, it would be, you know, cold here, and you get off the plane. Oh, it's pretty nice, you know. Take the zip the bottoms off your pants, and away, and then you're in shorts. And yeah, so I'm gonna go into Mark's, see if they got anything. Nope, they didn't have anything I wanted. But I did accidentally start looking at their watches, and I had to tear myself away because they had really inexpensive, like $40 watches that were very cool, very, very cool looking. But I thought for $40, hey, you don't need another watch. I think you got one in storage on top of the one that you always wear already. Get out of the store. So I got out of the store. And I think I'm pretty much going to hit the highway. Maybe find a Shell station if there's one around here, so I can get my fuel discount, and then head out. And that's that. All the wires hanging from that security camera don't fill me with confidence.
Are you beaten, broken, destroyed, got nothing left? You've given up, and you feel like checking out. Don't. Start thinking outside the cage.
So tell me, how do you feel? Have you been handed more than you can deal? Better hit the open road or blaze across the sky if you